What would Plants vs Zombies Fusion look like in Plants vs Zombies 2 art style? In this video, I will rate the plants that Surgeon made, where he transformed the PvZ Fusion Plants into the PvZ 2 style. I will honestly rate them from 1 to 10. Before we proceed, 94.8% of my viewers are not subscribed yet. Please consider clicking that subscribe button, it will help me a lot. First plant is Frost Shroom. He can spew bubbles that can penetrate or break screen doors that zombies used as a shield. His original form came from a combination of Fume Shroom and Ice Shroom. I think it is pretty obvious from his appearance. His original form looks a bit plain since he looks like Fume Shroom, just changing the head part as an ice. Now let's see its PvZ 2 form. First thing that you will notice is how the art style changed, and the quality is chef's kiss. Compared to its original version, this one really looks like a PvZ 2 art style, because his color has been enhanced, which makes it brighter, and you can easily identify the shapes that have been used in its crystal. Now let's talk about the differences between these two. You can see that the PvZ 2 has an additional ice crystal in the bottom of his body, and some dripping effect in its crystal head, which makes it look like it came out from a refrigerator. And this would also make sense since his name is Frost Shroom. Then, his face is much more noticeable because it is much bigger than his original form. Overall, I rate it a 9 out of 10. I love the concept of the drawing and it really fits the PvZ 2 art style. I also like how enhanced it is, especially the colors that make it pop more. Next up is Buck Shooter. Just like the pea shooter, he also shoots peas but has a chance that can knock up zombies, the same as the primal pea shooter in PvZ 2. Coming from its name, this plant is a combination of a bucket or screen door and a pea shooter. He looks like a normal pea shooter, just a depressed one. And the bucket holder in his head looks like an earphone connected to his ears. I'm wondering how he would look like in PvZ 2. The color of his new form almost looks the same as the original version, because of the color palette that has been used are the same, but his new form enhanced well because it has more texture. And speaking about quality, his new form has a greater quality and the art style of it really fits well in PvZ 2. And you can see that instead of a bucket holder, a whole bucket has been placed on top of his head. The red paint that looks like blood in his original version has been improved. Overall, I rate it a 9 out of 10. It really looks cool, because he looks like he just murdered someone. Our third plant is Empernut. Empernut is a combination of chomper and a walnut. Just like the other types of chomper, this one also chews zombie, but it can restore its toughness after eating a zombie. You can see from his form that it resembles chomper from PvZ 2 but in a larger body, which makes it look like a carnivorous potato. Now let's see its PvZ 2 form. I love how less his teeth are, because this is less terrifying than the original form. Let's talk about how good and much more realistic his appearance is, from its mouth to the spikes on top of him. I like how the art style fits in PvZ 2, because the proportion of its body and its mouth complements each other so that it does not look like a body with a huge mouth. His spikes also look realistic, especially the tongue. It reminds me of the SUS in Among Us Hide and Seek. Overall, I rate it 10 out of 10 because the art style really fits in PvZ 2 while still having the looks of the original form, just an enhanced and improved version of it. The next plant is Snow Repeater. Just like Snow Pea, it also shoots ice peas and slows down enemies, but in this plant, it shoots 2 cold peas because it is a combination of Repeater and Ice Shroom. You can see from his original form that it really looks like Snow Pea just having an angry face. Now let's see its PvZ 2 form. At first glance, you wouldn't notice a difference since it looks the same, but you can also see that the art style of it has been enhanced well. The color of it is much more vibrant and lively. And you can see that the ice crystal in its back is well organized and complete, compared to the original form that has some missing parts. Overall, I rate it 6 out of 10. The art style really enhanced it, especially the other parts, but I feel like it's missing something because you wouldn't know that it is a fusion plant. Our next plant is Solar Empernut. Solar Empernut acts as walnut but produces sun every time it takes damage. When clicked, he can spawn another walnut that would crash the zombies that are in his way. This plant is a combination of sun nut and walnut. Looking at its original form, it has a baby walnut on top which makes it cuter, but his art style looks a bit flat, maybe because of the shadow in his body. Now let's see his PvZ 2 form. First thing that you will see is how good the shadow is, especially in his body part, because it emphasizes the texture of his body and it doesn't look like low-quality clay. Other than that, I also like how he's color brighter, and more like the color of the sun, since it produces sun. You can also see that the leaves behind its back are neatly arranged, and really look like it is coming from its back. Overall, I rate it 8 out of 10. The outline of the PvZ2 form is less thick compared to the other one, which makes it better. However, the leaves for the mini walnut on top does look like it is connected to its body, but maybe that's how it is. This red small dragon is Cherzilla. Much like Cherzilla in PvZ Fusion, this one bites a zombie 2 square away in front of it. Then, it will shoot an explosive cherry projectile. Cherzilla is a combination of Cherzilla and Cherry Chomper. You can see his original form is almost the same as Cherzilla, but in different colors and accessories. I wonder what he would look like in PvZ2 form. You will first notice how the color changes. It has been lighter and brighter compared to its original version. But, I like how the outline of the plant blends well with the color, and the plants in its body have a greater quality. Overall, I rate it 6 out of 10. His body has become much slimmer, and the color of it becomes more pastel. However, his teeth also look good compared to the original form, because Chomper's teeth in PvZ2 are much less than PvZ1, and the art style of it fits PvZ2, but I prefer the darker color of it. Next up is Torch Kelp. This one acts like a torch wood that ignites peas. It can also drown zombies when they are nearby. Looking at its form, it's a bit confusing because why would there be a fire on the wood in the water? Will the fire be gone when it drowns the zombie in the water? Anyways, this plant is a combination of torchwood and tangle kelp. Now let's see its PvZ2 art style. You can notice that its physical appearance has a big difference from the original form. The color has been enhanced really well, that it is much brighter and emphasizes the texture of its body. Additionally, instead of having the torchwood being half drowned in the pool, I like how it also looks like a tangled kelp but also having the combination of torchwood because the color that has been used is the same as the torchwood. When it comes to the face, instead of having the fire being exposed in the top, I love how it is inside of its body so it wouldn't be put out by the water when drowning zombies. Overall, I rated 9 out of 10 because the PvZ2 form really resembles the combination of both plants. I also like that it has a glowing effect on its kelps. Our last plant is Twinkle Shroom. This plant is a cuter version of starfruit. It is a combination of puff shroom and starfruit. This tiny plant is a mushroom that shoots stars. Her original form really looks like a mushroom because of its body. It almost looks like a shooting star that falls in the ground. I'm excited to see its PvZ2 form. Let's first talk about the changes in her color. The gradient of orange and yellow really suits her because it also emphasizes the star shape of her face, and really looks like a starfruit rather than a plain yellow. The quality itself stands out, especially the quality in her highlights in the face. I also love how cute the face is, the little wiggly smile and the teeth. She looks like a month-old baby. Overall, I rate it 10 out of 10. Her color really enhanced and improved in PvZ2 form. The art style of it has a great quality and fits well with the PvZ2 art style. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. And see you on the next one.